Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we got someone pretty new. So this is Patty Loveless. So song is You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive. So it's a live performance. It's gonna be my first time here for video and audio. So guys, let's not waste time and let's hop right in.
My grandfather was a coal miner, and my dad, he was a coal miner also. Actually, my whole family's life revolved around the coal mines. But in 1968, my dad decided to move us all to Louisville, Kentucky, and seek of medical treatment for black lungs disease and many other medical problems that he had. Even though Daddy died in Louisville back in 1979, he, like the rest of them, never survived those mines. In the deep, dark hills of eastern Kentucky, that's the place where I traced my bloodline. And it's there I read on a hillside gravestone, you'll never leave Harlan alive. Oh, my grandfather's dead crossed the Cumberland Mountains. He took a pretty girl to be his bride. Said, won't you walk with me out of the mouth of this holler? We'll never leave Harlan alive. Where the sun comes up about 10 in the morning and the sun goes down about 3 in the day, and you fill your cup with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life just thinking of how to get away. No one ever.
My goodness, my chest is getting heavy. Of course, the coal mining times were really something. When I mean times, like a certain year, like what she said, is really like brutal. Like, of course, she's expressing the struggles. She said her grandfather and her father as well went through in those times, and it actually again. And guys, forgive me if I sound like a bit ridiculous, but I get angry at this as well when I think of course, it's sad to see the workers, work so hard and go through all of this. But when you take into consideration that, of course, enlighten me on this if I'm going wrong. It's these things are from companies, right? They work for, companies that I'm just thinking that it's not like a solo thing, right? They basically work for the companies, and I'm probably getting maybe too deep into this, but it's what I'm trying to say is that it gets me angry because the ones that don't really go through all of this are like the owners of the freaking companies. But of course, again, I'm probably getting somewhere else, and maybe just my thought of anger, which is maybe all about the place. I'm sorry, but I know some of you understand what I'm talking about. Is like the guys are working so hard and going through this, and there's a selection of people that don't, who are involved with all of this that don't. That's what I'm implying. But again, it's very, very, very touching story. I feel it in my chest. And again, we can talk about this a little later. So let's go.
You're drinking and you spend your life just thinking of how to get away. No one ever knew there was coal in them mountains till a man from tobacco.
Wow, this is becoming even more touching as we go by. And I gotta say, this is a really, really amazing performance. You know, we're not done yet, but so far, let me tell you, hey, this is going to my collection. Country music, again, I'm gonna repeat myself. Country music is just that style of genre that really speaks on a lot of troubling times and things they don't like put it in a way like you have to like it's they don't put it in a way of a puzzle. They give it to you straight. And that's one thing I like about country music. I've if you checked out my channel, I've done a lot of rock. I'm a big fan of rock, but I find a lot of rock songs put stuff in a way where you have to kind of find out like it involves like research in order to like really understand or multiple times of listening. But I find like just listening to this here, this says a lot. It gets straight to the point and there's no like messing around. It's just country music again. And guys, the sound of this is just extremely good. It has that kind of Irish kind of you know, violin or fiddle I should say aspect to it, which is very nice, very nice. Real country, I like it. I like it. Let's go.
Well, the times they got hard, and tobacco wasn't selling. And old Granddad knew what he'd do to survive. He went and dug for Harlan coal and sent the money back to Grandma. But he never left Harlan alive. Where the sun comes up about 10 in the morning and the sun goes down about 3 in the day, and you fill your cup with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life digging coal from the bottom of your grave. You'll never leave Harlan
That was really good. That has to be my favorite song tonight, and I gotta say this is very, very touching. I know you've been probably watching my facial expression to see how, like yeah, like I feel it so much, and part of me is a bit angry too. I said, you know, in the first pause that you know, the thing about there's these guys who work very hard, you know, doing the hard work and end up dying in ways that, you know, are very sad, and there's a certain percentage of individuals who don't feel nothing at all, but I'm not going to reach on that because it's just getting me more angry. But of course, maybe some of you can enlighten me on certain things that you know, because I know I got a lot of people that have a lot older than me, with a lot more life experience. who are a bit more a lot more educated than me, in fact, stuff you want to pass on to me, please do so. Go in the comments and do so. But guys, I gotta say, this woman right here, or any woman or any man, for example, who goes through something like what she has gone through, meaning has parents or grandparents, like she said, or even both, or someone who's close to you that is went through something like this, it actually, like, when you think of this, it's very sad. It makes you want to tear up, but a certain part of you, it makes you stronger. And I believe some of us, and maybe not all of us, are strong enough to, you know, maybe understand stuff like this and go like, yeah, you know, I can go on and on, guys, about this, but hopefully you guys understand where we're coming from. Is that this is some really deep stuff, and you know, just the way she put it together, and the entire team, in fact, the again, the violin sounds really Irish, Scottish. It kind of reminds me of what's their name, like? I think it's Celtic Woman or something. I think it's an Irish or Scottish group. I spoke about you know, Celtic music before. People like Anuna. I maybe some of you just tuning in here. I'm you know, fan of Anuna as well. Anuna. I think, yeah. Yeah, you can check it out. But on this has to be what, again, my favorite of the night. Very touching, very informative, and this woman right here, she's a very strong woman, mentally, especially in all aspects. But of course, I'm new. Just want to be very kind, very honest. But in terms of what I see here, mental, she's very strong. And I just came from doing a Dolly Parton. Hopefully, it's not blocked. I believe in country, Dolly Parton is a very strong woman as well. You know, in the mental aspect for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to thank you so much for viewing here today. Go into comments, let me know a bit about something. Hopefully this was entertaining for you guys. It was very entertaining. For me, it was more informative. And sorry for my pissed off face, where I think a lot of you can understand where I'm coming from. But of course, we'll see you in the comments. So guys, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.